Hello and welcome to the Curriculus. I'm a Monk, and today we are in Empire of Sin, and we have got an episode 12 for you now. We are continuing our Impossible Let's Play, and we're continuing from right where we left off pretty much, except I have gone ahead and made sure that we actually have Diana now. For anyone that's been following our Let's Play series, I've been saying episode after episode that we need more notoriety, we need to get a doctor. I am playing this playthrough with impossible rules, making sure that I play on boss difficulty, making sure that I put my boss behind the desk so he is not involved in combat, because the bosses in this game are very, very overpowered. I'm also not allowed to use any firearms during battles. In other words, I've got to use nothing but my melee weapons. And of course, I'm not allowed to heal while in combat, or at least I'm not allowed to use healing items while in combat. So yeah, which means that after a fight, I have to heal my squad so that we can go into another squad. Obviously, this game does have permadeath. We've gone through a lot of gangsters. I believe our death count is up to 15 now, which is absolutely huge. Hopefully, we can get through this episode without adding to that death count. But yeah, we are up to 15 on that death count now. And so I was also running out of healing items, so needing a medic was, or acquiring a medic was paramount. We absolutely needed it. We finally got that in Diana. She is, in my opinion, the best medic in the game. She's not the highest tier medic in the game, however. There is someone higher than her. It is her dart gun which makes her so good, to be fair, Diana, and a little perk that she has as well. So on a normal playthrough, she is the best in the game, but she's absolutely what we needed. It means in between combat now, we can, of course, heal our gangsters without worrying that we're going to run out of healing items. Now, we are continuing our war with Dion. I believe he's also at war now with the Alley Cats too, so we're going to have to pay a little bit of attention to that, see what's happening with them, because this is the second time we've been at war with Dion. We've also been at war with Salanza as well, Reina. And yeah, so we're continuing our war, hopefully taking on yet another racket, maybe even looking at a precinct or a safe house in the near future. So yeah, thank you for joining us once again, guys. Hopefully you do enjoy this episode. Don't forget, if you are looking for Empire of Sin content, this channel has you covered. And we also have an active and growing Discord. So if you want to join a Discord, talk about Empire of Sin or whatever game you happen to be playing, the link is down in the description. Cyril. I quite like this guy, to be fair. Very good with his rifle typically. Obviously we are using just our melee weapons, however, now. And he is not in range of anyone. And of course he's gone down, but he's not dead, so it's fine. He's bleeding out. He's going to be hunky-dory. It just means it's going to be difficult. We've got to finish this racket before he bleeds out. Famous last words, trying to say that we're going to finish this episode without adding to the kill count or the death count. Maybe we should end the episode here. 4-minute episode sounds good to me.
I hear you.
Clyde's been in it since the beginning. He's one of the first gangsters we hired. I wonder what his actual kill count is. He's should have got some decent amount of kills considering he's been with us so long. We are where we are in this playthrough now too. I tell you, I do miss Frankie. Frankie Donovan would have been very, very fun during this playthrough, but like I said, the bosses do get an obscene amount of health. and that does make them rather powerful. Me saying that, I am looking for the gangsters with the bigger health pools now. Once we get up to, I believe it is 500 notoriety, we will actually have access to Monks and Bruno. That will rapidly change the strength of our crew, as they are two gangsters with some of the biggest health pools in the game. Not the biggest, but 168 health I believe they have, or something silly like that. Very, very much looking forward to adding them to our crew. Let's get Grady actually in the battle. We are in Overwatch. We are risking... there we go. So we used our perk. We used Bullet Shield. Everyone in the immediate area got that little buff, and it means that we didn't trigger the Overwatch as well.
I'm all over it.
Sometimes you have to roll the dice for the Overwatch. Do you risk activating it, or do you just, you know, try and figure out something else? Sometimes you do need to trigger all those Overwatches so you can actually allow the rest of your gangsters to move around. We've got just a couple left, and Cyril's turn's coming up. I don't think he's going to bleed out this turn, but it's not too far away. Hopefully we get through it without anyone going to hospital as well.
Done.
He is taken out. Grenade, not cool. Bit of damage done, but everyone's still alive, which is fine. Cyril made it another round, was still bleeding out. Brady's done nothing this entire fight. Poor management by me, not getting him in the right places. Get Clyde into position.
I'm all over it.
Monks with another kill. Now, Diana is definitely someone that I need to keep alive during these next few episodes.
I'm honest.
I'm here. Fuck yeah.
And there we go. Okay, so we did it. We successfully done this racket. We have raided it, ransacked it, and making sure that Dion doesn't have it. What the hell's just gone on? We've literally walked outside the house because we've just raided it and gone straight into another fight. That's problematic. Our boys are not full health. This could be problematic.
Right.
Luckily, we've all got higher initiative, or at least better initiative than these guards outside, so we're able all to attack first, which potentially is life-saving. Gertrude.
Done.
Rachel for the attack. Grady can finally get in on the action. But Bullet Shield is probably a very, very good idea considering.
That's no problem.
Overwatch, not shotgun blast. Cyril's down again, guys. Cyril is down again. Pretty much back-to-back fights, he has been down, and yeah,
Oh, God. You got it.
Okie dokie. Come on.
Gotcha.
He's got a titch bit health left. Can't finish him. Dottie might... Dottie? I wish we had Dottie again. Diana might help, though. I can't believe we lost Dottie the way we did. But she's still out there, so we do need to try and... whether it's this episode, next episode, find out where she is on the map, see if she appears once again, and try and rehire her.
Sure.
Okay, there we go. Fight number 2 is done. Everyone's alive. Cyril is back up and ready to kick again. The guy has had absolutely no luck. Going down twice back to back like that is no fun for anyone. Now we need to do the old healing up. So glad that this doesn't cost me any healing items anymore. I don't have to constantly try to scour the land for more healing items. Something I do need to do though is check out the rest of the bosses and see if they actually have any more goods. It's something I would advise to anyone playing this game. Constantly check the boss's inventory. I love the fact that this game actually allows you to trade with the other bosses, and you see like for like anything that faction has on them. So you never know what they pick up, whether it be armor, weapons, meds, explosives, weapons. I already said weapons, but trinkets even. You never know what they're going to have. So making sure you got a good idea of what the other factions have is a good idea, and something we need to do a little bit more of.
Right.
To be fair, I do try and stick these episodes to as action-packed as I can.
I'm all over it.
But yeah, that is something I do need to do at some point.
Gotcha.
Fuck yeah. Good.
Grace.
433 in notoriety.
Like that.
We're not too far away from the 500 we need. Bullet shield. Now, something I find quite interesting, I've only learned recently,
Gotcha.
is that you can preload bullet shield going into battles. You can actually preload a few different things. So for instance, if I was to execute somebody just before going into battle, that bloodthirst that you get from the execution stays with you into that battle you go into, whether it be a racket or whatever it is. But this idea of positive status effects staying around or being able to preload them into battles isn't something that I'd ever even considered. Let me know down in the comments if this is something that you have seen. Like I said, it is a tip, a trick, an exploit, whatever you want to call it, that I have never seen or noticed in the game before. And yeah, very, very interesting.
I'm gonna step on you.
And yes, we are going into an absolutely monumental fight right now. But it's one that we're going to have to deal with sooner or later regardless. So here we are. I can't exactly improve the crew any more than it is right now. We're just going to have to get through it. And it is effectively 2-on-1. Maybe a little bit more in their favour. Our odds of winning are not good. But I think we can do it. I think we're going to have a go at doing it regardless.
Understood.
15 against 9 is never fun, especially when we can't heal in combat, especially when we haven't got our boss, and of course have to run up to them with our hatchets. But
I'm honest.
they don't call us the Hatchet Mafia for nothing. I mean, I don't think anyone calls us that at all, but it's I'm tossing it up for an interesting name. You know, I like it. I think the best thing about this, though, is we're going to have to use this pillar to our advantage. Obviously, if we're on the other side of the pillar, then a lot of them aren't going to be able to attack us.
Understood.
And we have just taken out our first guard as well. I will take that. So these are poisoned crow's feet that we are throwing right now. And if we can find a good spot for them, what they do is they will disrupt any action anyone takes. Not to mention poison the target. Cyril is down again, guys. Oh my god, Cyril, mate. That is the third fight in a row. Cyril has gone down. The guy is a complete pleb. And he's gone down really early in this battle as well. I don't think he's going to make it out, guys. I'm going to call it right here. I think Cyril's dead. Anyway, those crow's feet I feel are going to be really, really useful. If those guys at the back there try and rush me, their action will get stopped, effectively missing a turn, and they will get poisoned as well. Just like so. Kind of wish I had a few more loan sharks in my crew, if I'm honest. They are very, very useful. And I like their abilities, I really do. The Enforcer ability, obviously, is probably the most important ability we have. In fact, more Enforcers would be good in our crew too. A reason why I want Monks, to be fair. I believe he is an Enforcer. I could be wrong.
I'm on it. Gotcha.
Dale. Dale was always a good hire. Quite like Dale. I do believe there's a bit of a problem though, because I think, if I remember right, Monks does not like Dale, so the two will not work together. I am going to have to get rid of Dale in order to hire Monks, but I do think that that's an upgrade. Technically, they are, you know, part of the same. I think they're right next to each other in the Black Book. But I think Monks is better than Dale. His health pool alone, the fact that he is an Enforcer, these are two things that put him better than Dale. Although Dale has been very, very useful in the playthrough in the last few episodes. I think there is a swap that is a good idea. Cyril's still bleeding out. We're going to delay our turn. We can't move. There's no point doing bullet shield. So we'll delay our turn. Lots of overwatches. These guys, it's quite funny. It's definitely helped. Those crow feet were a very, very good call. $35 damage. Oh, and 38. Ah. There we got another one down, guys. We have another one down. So we currently have 2 gangsters down. Not good, not good, not good. Gonna move everyone around this pillar.
Okay. You got it.
Get Grover in there. Shame Hugh can't actually attack, but that's okay. We'll move him up here. Make sure he's definitely in a good amount of cover, and he'll be ready for next turn, depending on what happens.
Gotcha. Shit.
I'm on.
Try and stick it to the same person. Get another gun removed from the map. There we go. Nice and easy. 67 damage there. That's kind of huge. Way to go. Keep most of them to the same side. I think if we bunch them up, we're going to be more likely to take out these gangsters. Patrick, what to do with you? Make sure bullet shield's still running. This battle is definitely going on a lot longer than I would have liked. Now we got these 4. These guys are still just running into every single crow's feet there. Certainly not a bad thing. They're all being poisoned. They've all lost a good amount of health.
You got it.
Just a tittle bit of health left now. I actually see, yeah, this guy is trying to loop back round behind us. So if we put Hugh directly in front of him, he ain't gonna like that.
Right.
55 crit hit.
Understood.
Oh, God.
See what we can do now. We are in an Overwatch, which I'm not enjoying. If we throw down our crow's feet, however, we won't trigger Overwatch. And of course they're going to run straight into it. Love it.
Kill this asshole.
Cyril has died. That brings our death count up to 16 now. The guy failed to do anything in this episode whatsoever. Big disappointment was Cyril. It was kind of destined to die. 3 downs in 3 fights.
Done.
Oh, no. Clyde is down. And Dale's been a bit naughty there. He's just used a med pack, I think. May have saved Grady's life, however. I must have failed to take it off him. And I guess he has hair trigger.
Okay.
Well, Grady can have a free hit for a minute, which is quite cool. Took someone else out. Let's see if Grover can get up there and do some damage now. Not a crit, but 38 damage. She can do what she's doing.
I'm honest.
Here we go. Inflicted bleeding then too.
Fuck the hell.
See, a lot of the time, the enemies do not like you crowding. So if you position your gangsters next to them, they will always try and move away because, of course, it helps with their hit accuracy. I always think it helps a lot to understand the AI's behavior. Because that way you can try and manipulate them sometimes. Doesn't always happen, of course, but I do think it helps, even at odds a little bit.
I'm on it.
I think we're going to try and do them more damage. Run into a couple of overwatches there, but we did get a hit on. We are double bleeding now on that target. We will finish this before Clyde dies. I'm like 90% sure we can do this. They don't have a lot of targets. There's not a lot of them left.
You got it.
Grover managed to go through there and get himself a nice little kill. 50 damage with his sledgehammer there. Not even a crit inside. That is massive. I will take that.
I'm honest.
Dale picking himself up a kill too.
I'm on it.
We did get bleed. There we go, guys. We are up to 17 deaths now. 17 deaths, guys. 17 gangsters have died in the making of this episode. No, series. It is a stat I'm becoming more increasingly proud of, however. Oh, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'd love to know if anyone can do this Nuzlocke with fewer deaths, because I'm sure you can. I have made a pig's ear out of this. It's quite hilarious, though.
You got it.
Only one guy left now, I believe. And there we have it, guys. We have won that racket. It was not easy. 15 gangsters had to die for us to do that. We lost 2 more of our own crew as well, bringing us up to a grand total of 17 gangster deaths in the making of this series so far. I'm going to leave it here. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. And of course, next week we will be back with yet another episode of our Let's Play. Hopefully we can edge that much closer to 500 notoriety, to brand new gangsters, to possibly doing a safe house battle. And finishing this war with Dion. We're going to see. Anyway, join me for next week. Until then, I've been a monk, we've been a critically curious, and I will see you in the next episode real soon. Until then, take it easy and happy gaming.